Hi everybody, very much welcome. So glad to see so many around us here together, both in person and live stream, following this so beautiful and important moment for Navistar, for Traton, and especially, of course, for Navistar Financial Services. A lot in this room and online have done a lot to be where we are today. So I'd like to start thanking for that, to get us in position where we are today. And it's very proud for me to announce there's nothing to cut here, no tape, but the inauguration of the launch of Navistar Financials. And it's a company with a long legacy in history. I mean, I've been here now for 2 years, and I can't help just hearing all these stories about how it was here X years ago and all that was achieved and done. Now we're back, and even more than then. And it's so much more than putting liquidity and equity in the market. It's really to go for the whole value proposition for our customers. You heard me say that so many times before, and here is the critical instrument to enable all the services they want to put to the market. It's the one-stop shopping. It's to lean in with our customers in good times and bad times, be together with them, growing together with them, offer the flexibility and what we can bring to the market in expanding our portfolio, both in products and in services to the future ahead of us. And this was very early in the thoughts around the acquisition of Navistar, how we would put this up and running as fast as possible. Given both knowing the history of what this company has achieved, but even more so what they have ahead of us when it came to new technologies, when it came to new services put. So personally, ahead of coming here, I said this just has to happen as soon as possible. You all remember the strategy, Navistar strategy, where one of the pillars of the 4 pillars is preparing for the future, up in the right corner. And I'm so glad at moments like this, we can take things down from the upper right box, preparing for future, and move it down to here and now. And that's where we are now. So it's not future anymore, which we did say about 2 years ago when this was launched. Now it's here and now. Those moments are fantastic, when we're really leveraging and implementing the thoughtful strategies that was put in place slightly less than 2 years ago. We have the S13 coming up, which was a cornerstone. It's kind of, let's be there in time for that, critical. Now we're in the lead and able to, let's say, materialize on the strategy, which we can basically only do on our own. That is, with all the experience. On our own, I mean all of us here collectively together, the other brands, and Traton Financial Services to, as always, build on the strengths we have, but bring in new knowledge and merge those two to be the successful partner to our customers. And that comes around, yes, some new technology, new services, but above all, it is about culture, values, and leadership. And that's what will make us different from everybody. That's what the question I always get out there. What's going to differ you from others? Well, others, let's compare us to ourselves and every day be a little bit better. But around this team, again, Traton Financial Services, Navistar Financial Services, and all the members of Navistar Financial Services, both from the past and the ones, I'm sure there's people in this room that just joined last week or the week before, is going to be what makes us different. Always the customer center there and relying on the group values and working on healthy, good leadership to make each other grow and be, let's say, the underdog in the industry and over time be the most recognized partner that we have in the industry. So I will finalize here. We now bring in also, of course, the strength of the Traton Group together with the Traton Financial Services, the umbrella that gives us to grow and support our future growth. And we have these global synergies that we can count on and let's say thoughtful leadership also from there. And I'm glad here to share that we have today Johan Häggman with us, the president of Traton Financial Services, who I've worked together with in the past very much. We've had good fights, always, but that's what we need to challenge each other on a good sense, on a positive, just to become better and better and grow. So Johan, please, the stage is yours. Welcome.
Thank you. Well, Matthias, it never came to physical fighting anyhow, so I think it should be judged to be good collaboration. And we'll continue that way. Okay, hi everybody. It's a pleasure to be here this day of the relaunch of Navistar Financial and the fact that we are now back supporting customers out here in the entire geography of the US. So great pleasure to be here. You know, what is so exciting with this business is that, at least from my perspective, is that transportation is a key, let's say, element of society. Without our circular system, society stops. Besides that, I think it's awfully fun to see and meet your products when you are traveling, driving, wherever it is. So it's so tangible. So we are really part of the society. And with one foot in technology and one foot in economics, I mean, the job becomes really funny. This is what true business to business is about, to understand each other's. And by heading up financial services now, I feel the same excitement in building something really new for the US and Navistar Financials, but also from a global perspective. You know, we have had a financial services company within Scania, a captive, started in 1996, been growing organically ever since, so more or less one market a year. Today, Scania Financial Services is covering 60 countries with more than 1,200 employees. So it's a very well-established network and people with a lot of knowledge about how to run hands-on captive financing. And we will, of course, bring that in now with the relaunch of Navistar, but also the launch of servicing MAN and Volkswagen Truck and Bus customers globally. So a solid jump start to build on with those parts. You know that captive financing is a cornerstone. It's a strategic asset in OEM. It's a strategic asset in our business. And by bringing this to the customers already today, we are also paving the way for future business models. Business models that first will be around the electrical vehicles, which is more or less a thing with the assets as such, and also the charging and the batteries, which is a little bit of an unknown territory to all of us, but I'm sure it is a fantastic opportunity. But then we're coming into vehicle as a service of different kinds. Then you can discuss what is vehicles as a service, but it's a subscription to, it's a different way of sharing risk in our industry. And I think that's super exciting because then we bring our knowledge about our customers, your knowledge about our products, and we get a position where we can take the next step and actually evolve the way we are working together. Through Traton Financial Services, Navistar Financial will get a solid source of industry knowledge, solid funding, and we will also make sure that we can, on a global scale, bring and share good knowledge. Of course, we are in the same game as all of you. We are in the sustainable transportation industry, and if we can, with our performance and with our presence, also change the sustainable footprint of the globe, I will be super happy. We, Traton Financial Services, were designed to deliver on a global scale. You heard that we have a solid footprint already and a lot of good knowledge to bring. And we are strongly positioned to support here and now. We are also strongly positioned to support for the future, in the future business models and what to come. But who am I to talk about the American market and the American needs? So why don't I hand over to Amanda, so to tell you a little bit more from, or you can tell us a little bit more from reality. So thank you very much.
Hi, good morning. Can everybody hear me okay? Great. My name is Amanda Laura, and I am just honored on behalf of to be here from the dealer network. I'm chair of the advisory council, and I have the distinct honor to represent Holt Group of Companies and their international dealerships. First, I want to thank the Navistar team. I know how much work that you guys have put into the launch today. I know how many hours that you have each worked, as well as the Advisory Council for Dealers, so thank you. Thank you for all of your hard work today and all of the suggestions that I might have made. So, but this morning I really want to discuss our opportunity, really what we have as dealers starting now. And first, really, it's to define our objective as dealers. And what's our objective? Our objective should always be to deliver world-class experience, build loyalty, and with that, profitability will come. So I hate to say, right, as a reformed banker who spent 20 years prior to coming to the heavy equipment industry, that was my goal as well and my objective, except for I was very agnostic to what brand or what I was financing, right? How do I build loyalty? I want that customer to keep coming back. There is nothing wrong with our bankers, which I love and we need, and they are our partner as well. But that is where the captive has the advantage. From understanding the product, being really outside financing of what the traditional banker can and will do. As dealers, again, we strive for customer loyalty, right? We want to be that, I call it at Holt, the easy button. Can the customer make one call? One call, they're in, they have their truck, they have their financing, and they're on their way, right? There's nothing else for them to do. How we establish this in our ability to leverage our partners at Navistar Financial, that's going to be the differentiator. The future is so bright. The S13 is coming. Like you, I'd love to save the world, right? That's why we're in this together. With the S13 and the integrated battery and electric vehicles, this is where the OEM makes a difference, right? Today is day one, right? There's a lot of growth that's going to be had through feedback, which y'all already know that I'm not shy to share. A lot of collaboration with Navistar Financial and partners that we all need, we all want to meet our objective of delivering that world-class service, building that loyalty, and that profitability that we're all looking for. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Now we just need to go out and sell some trucks, get some financing, right? I appreciate your time. There's a lot of excitement. There's an enormous opportunity. Got Matthias here, Johan here. I'm going to turn it over to Koen, who is president of Navistar Financial.
Amanda, it was really great listening to you. These are touching words, I think. Listening to your perspective from the dealer is really good. And I know that many of the dealers to whom we speak today think the same. We take this challenge to serve you in a good way and also to together improve the business. And it feels so natural, I think, as Navistar Financial to be integrated both in the big Traton FS mothership as well as, of course, here within the business at Navistar. Being part, Navistar Financial, of the bigger Traton group and the Volkswagen group, we now have the strength to do so. And once we felt that this possibility was coming, I think it was a logical business case to step back into the market. This restart has been prepared since about 1.5 years. The team that was around 30 people are now close to 100. So it's really, they're also great to see all those new people coming in, onboarding them, learning a lot in both directions. I see many of them here in the room. So I think here we are soon going to write a really nice history. We are ready with very good lease and loan products to support the international IC bus dealer network and, of course, our customers. But we also do finance used vehicles sold by this network. But lease and loan, that's quite standard. What makes us, NFC, then really unique? I think being integrated into the dealer network, you expressed this with this nice gray line. I think that's really being extremely close under the skin. That's extremely important for us. And that also makes that we feel obliged to walk the extra mile. And that we will show in reality. It's always logical that you say it, but I know from my captive background, which is around 25 years in the Scania environment, we will walk the extra mile to find solutions for you, the dealers, and also for our customers. Also, as a captive, of course, we have access to the used truck organization, and has already been mentioned both by all the three speakers. Now, when Navistar launches the S13 integrated powertrain, to the US, it's so key to have access to market values, to be able to bring fair market value leases to the market. And that will become even more important when we will go battery electric. I think with that one, I mentioned already a bit on the purpose, but then also we have a vision, and both the purpose and the vision that you see on the screen are not only Navistar Financial ones, they are the same at TRATON level, because we speak, of course, the same tongue in this way. We have this vision to be the leading partner for future transportation solutions. That also, as one sentence, is easy to fill in a way, but what we mean with that is that we will try to make it concrete with the capacity to bundle all kinds of services together into the lease, and that will make it more easier to follow up to this vision. Finally, what makes a captive is really the dedication. We're only dedicated to the brand, to the dealers, to our customers. We have only that to serve. We have no choice to go somewhere else, and that's why we will do really everything. I believe we know transport as no other. Very often when I recruited team members into this kind of finance team, looking into bank, as I always said, I gave them a shot of diesel. Because today it's more maybe an electricity shock, and that's maybe a bit more risky. I did this as a youngster and lost all my hair, but it's more to show between having this banking blood in one way to be really connected to transport, to love our customers, because that's so key, as Johan mentioned, and being in this asset business is really great to do. So we're really eager today to start this journey. We've worked really hard to come with a very good level of business support on day one, but we know we can improve, and we count on all of you to give us this constructive feedback, and we will take that, work on that, and try to be better every day. So I would like to thank all the stakeholders, many of them here represented in this corner, the IC Bus and international dealers and partners, our customers, of course the TRATON family, the strength that we get from the group, and most important, I think, our dealer network, because you're really the link between us and the dealers. I really feel welcome back to the market. This has often been said, welcome, but I really feel welcome. I feel really welcome in this group here, and we as an organization, we feel welcome back into the market. So we really look forward to that, to improve ourselves every day. If you have any questions, I would say, now speaking to the ones following this in a little bit later on the web, speak to your dealer. And dealers, I would say, speak to us if there are any questions open. And with that, I would really like to thank you. And guys, now we go! Hey, yeah.